Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another conversation through tarot and astrology. I'm back with you a little bit earlier this time, and for a very good reason. I'm super excited about the conversation that we are going to have today, and I'm doing it a little bit earlier this time, because also I would like to ground myself, and I feel good about doing it now, as the coming week will be super busy in a very good way. It's been an interesting couple of days or a week or weeks. The last couple of weeks have been very, very intense and energetically charged. We are continuing this journey. And the reason why we are here today is that we'll be talking about the energy of a full moon happening in the sign of Sagittarius. Talking about the Sagittarius energy and fiery energy, I'll be holding my amber or red jasper gemstone. So on the 21st of the month will be the sun will be moving from the sign of Taurus into the Gemini, and this is a significant shift in energies. We are going more from that grounding and earthly vibe towards the air element, which is very much about communication, things happening up in the air, very much about the sword element, which interestingly I don't have on the table. I don't have like one sword card, but we are at the early stage of the Gemini season, and also I'm doing this recording while we are still in Taurus, right, season. So one of the reasons why I was inspired to do this video today is a unique event that we had last night, and hopefully we might see it tonight as well. And I'm talking about the solar flares that were influencing those solar lights, like northern lights, to show up on our skies. I'm sure you all have seen those beautiful videos or pictures, images of the lights over most parts of the Europe and here in London even. Obviously, as long as you are in a more countryside area or where the city lights are not as intense, right? So fingers crossed we can see that tonight as well. I have a card here on the table who's reflecting this energy a lot. But what I wanted to mention and how this actually affects us on a deeper level, being a solar energy and influencing that fiery element, here we are talking about our solar plexus, space of creativity, passion, birth, rebirth, all that stuff. You might feel intensity here, especially when it comes to the digestive system and so on, so that grounding is quite important as well. I do have beautiful cards at the table that reflect what we are going through, and also this time I have Osho's tarot card as a surprise card for the very end. I'll be starting with minor arcana cards this time, and those lighter energies, I would put it that way. So we have the Two of Coins, we have the Three of Coins on the table. So this is that grounding earthly energy I was talking about. Here we have that card of choices and opportunity to multitask and show up and expand. Also with that infinity symbol, we have the theme of a bigger picture, wider picture and bigger journey. With the Three of Pentacles, we have that beautiful energy of collaboration and getting together and really surrounding yourself with your tribe and people that will make you grow and expand and inspire quite a lot as well. And you can see this in all areas of your life, but especially if you talk about work, collaboration, creativity as well. Sagittarius is all about expansion and expression. It's the third fire sign in the zodiac wheel as well, and it talks about that wisdom. It's a mature fire. It's a mature creation. Philosopher, traveler. It would be good to see whether you have Sagittarius placement in your birth chart. For me, it's in my 6th house, which is about the health and mental health and physical health and your pets and those healthy connections and so on. The other card I would like to talk about before I move on to the major arcana cards is 7 of Cups, the card of choices. The card of dreams, illusions. Where do I want to expand? Which lessons have I learned? What is the illusion? What is the dream? And how I can see the difference between those. It's very much about where do you decide to invest yourself and expand in a way. We are talking about that water element, feelings and emotions. This is the only card from the Suite of Cups, but I do have some major arcana cards that have those elements as well. Let's talk for a second about 2 court cards I have on the table. The King of Fire, the King of Wands. This is a strong Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. When you go from the place of wisdom, from the place of maturity, and express yourself and show that fire and approach the creative process from a very sort of like stable place, wise place, grounded place, I would say. It works very well with this energy, and I would probably say if you think for a moment, where was that you had, where intentions that you were planting on the new moon in Taurus that we had like 2 or 3 weeks ago, because now you can see how these things will expand, and this is where the culmination will be happening as well. With the Queen of Coins, we are talking here about the energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, more grounded, more feminine, very abundant, very sort of flourishing. From this place, you'll be able to create any further next dream that you would like for yourself. There is that nurturing energy as well. This is like a beautiful combination of the fire and earth when it comes to court cards. And again, as a reminder, the court cards are representing the archetypes, either part of your personality or someone who is close to you who has those qualities. On the top of the reading, I have on the top of the spread or the table, I have the card of Aquarius, the star card. We had this one in the last reading. We are continuing that theme of Pluto going retrograde and really having that retrospection on our dreams, visions, and hopes. Connection with the feelings and emotions, but also being in touch with feelings and emotions, but being very much connected to your intellect and your mind, and understanding where was the growth and where you expanded. Again, there is that falcon at the back talking about the vision. Very, very beautiful card when it comes to being authentic, being true to yourself, and doing things in a very authentic way. The Wheel of Fortune, again on the table. I spoke about this one last time. With the Wheel of Fortune energy, I get that feeling of the magician as well. We have all those 4 elements here on the card: cups, feelings and emotions, source for the idea, inspiration, wand, the action that has to be taken for this pentacle to show up, for the idea to become real, right? With the magician energy, it's more like you're the one that is using and understand and trying to understand how to work with those elements and make them work in the best possible way. But with the Wheel of Fortune, this is more the universal support This is more of that universal work that is happening for us in order for us to be where we are supposed to be, to grow in the direction where we're supposed to grow. And I love that wheel that it's illustrated in the middle of this card, which gives that idea of continuous journey, shift, and change in a beautiful organic way. Before I go to the oracle card I have on the table, and the card I left for the end on purpose, is the beautiful card of Temperance, one of my probably favorite cards in tarot. This is the card of Sagittarius. That alchemy that we are all capable of doing and juggling, we have that theme here as well with the Two of Pentacles. Pouring from one cup to the other, filling in different areas of your life by focusing and watering those flowers that you want to water, right? There is a strong spiritual theme with this card, being in touch with your higher dimensions, your 5D, your solar flares, having those inspirations, the dreams and ideas coming in, but also being grounded, being stable, being present, and bringing those ideas down to earth. I love working with this energy. Myself, especially with the work I do, and I probably mentioned this on some of the videos, it really would make sense for what I do and how I work and how I live and so on and so on. So this is, and even the skies, like if you look at the imagery at the back, it's literally the image we had last night, and hopefully tonight as well. For the end of this reading, I will look at the final card. And what we have today is the flowering. Look how beautifully is this illustration done. Like she's literally blossoming, and she's sitting on that lotus flower, which is the symbol of life. Being in touch with the feelings and emotions, but not being overwhelmed. Lotus flower surrounded by water, but not touching it. It's that beautiful connection between your feminine and masculine side as well, but being deeply in that flourishing feminine state, giving birth to an idea, giving birth to a project, inspiring others, really sharing that light and sharing that abundance that you have within you. If I would have to compare this card to a card from traditional tarot deck, I would probably be talking about the Queen of Coins or the Empress energy. This is the Queen of Rainbow, as it's called in the Osho Zen Tarot. I love working with this deck. I haven't been using it much, but today I just felt drawn to go back to it. The Transcendental Game of Zen. It's a beautiful deck. It's the combination of Oracle and the actual tarot cards. So I think that this is really sort of like working with the conversation and the theme that we have today. Really blossoming. This is what the Sagittarius is all about, expanding and traveling freely in your mind, in your physical world, and sharing this energy with others as well. I'm going to leave you to that. I'm wishing you all happy full moon. I will be talking to you in a couple of weeks' time. In the meantime, I'm getting ready now for the market I have tomorrow. That's going to be an interesting one. And then on Thursday, I will be continuing my trip. And I will be talking about that one as well. After I'm back, I'll be back to the Brooklyn market for a bit and then have some private events and so on. Do get in touch if you would like to go for a private reading. I might not have time this week, but I can definitely schedule it for you. And also, I would really appreciate if you would take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, only so we can spread out the message and people that would appreciate this conversation could come across that as well. This is the whole point of me doing those videos as well. But also like digging in a little bit deeper with everything that is happening and how overwhelming everything can be. Talking about all the news that we are bombarded with and so on and so on. I think by focusing on what's happening within us and focusing on what's happening like in the nature, because we are parts of the nature, everything else is so like, I don't want to say very artificial, but it's like very forced, right? And we are sort of like dragged from one story to the other and so on and so on. And I think it can be very, very exhausting. And we live in this beautiful world, you know. There are so many interesting and exciting things that we could talk about. So thank you very much for being with me here today. And I will speak to you very soon. Bye for now.